Dan's Diary again. As Joy seems to have got the knack of video editing, I'm going to do a day by day 30-second excerpt of the progress, so we get one video with lots of little days, because I've decided I'm not going to be looking at the eggs or candling them during this process. I did see an article on YouTube which said that it is notoriously difficult to candle the eggs, so why bother? There's very few instances of quail eggs exploding during the 18 days. It's more likely to happen to a hen egg, because those are 22 days and there's more inside. So I'm not going to candle it. Ruins the fun of finding out what's alive. So all I've done on day one, because I did add the eggs, I removed some eggs and put them in a pan, and we'll have those for later. But in the meantime, we're down to we've still got a considerable number in there, and now they're all turning. So we've had one full day of the temperature being correct, the humidity being correct, and they're all turning. So that's the progress report for day one. Hi, third time of recording this. Day 4, and the news from yesterday is that we had a power cut. Not for long, for a couple of hours. The incubator was generally okay, it didn't vary a great deal. I just put some hot water in the thing to increase the humidity a bit, because that went down. And as far the eggs, I didn't bother spinning them because it only missed a couple of hours. When the power came back, I put it on manually, so expand the eggs. So that's basically it for day 4. I'll show you outside though, while I'm here. We have got a bit of a storm passing through the Philippines at the moment, and we've just got the tail end of it here. I don't know whether you can see that. I mean, this is not the rainy season, but today it is. And old Max, hi Max, you're my good boy. Yes, he's not happy either. He's a wet Max. So there you go, day 4. Nothing really special happening. Good morning, this is day 6. I came down this morning and the humidity level was quite high in the incubator. As you can see, it's reading 62%, which is a tad on the high side. It should be set around 50. 45 to 50. So what I'm going to do is these water containers here, I'm going to empty a couple of those. That'll bring the temperature, the humidity down a bit over a course of maybe 15-20 minutes. You can do it the big way, which is just lift the lid and the humidity will just go, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do it slowly. So that's the action for day 6. It's day 9 of the quail experiment, and since the last one, which was day 6 I think it was, absolutely nothing's happened. This hobby is cutthroat. So what have I done? Well, all I've done really is maintain the temperature, maintain the humidity, and make sure that the eggs are revolving, which the machine's been doing all of that. I might have to add hot water to the machine every few days, maybe once in the morning, just a little smidgen of hot water. That sends the humidity up, and that's enough for the day. So really, that's my hobby. So what did I do in the meantime? Well, I went to Subic on the Hayabusa. That was okay. Met some guys I know from the Rat Club. They lost me on the way back. They just went off. But I wasn't gonna kill myself on the bike, so I just sort of went a bit steady. I was still doing 120, but you know, being a bit more sensible than they were. Well, they are a lot younger than me. What else? Nothing, absolutely nothing. So yeah, we might have got that. We're still negotiating on a piece of land, or rather we're not. Someone else is doing it on our behalf. But if we get it, it's a game changer. If we don't get it, I'm not really bothered, to tell you the truth. But I kind of hope we do. But I've written myself out in my mind that we're not going to get it. What else we've got to tell you? Nothing. I think soon I'm not going to do the candling. Decided I wouldn't do that. I don't think you learn a lot from quail eggs. You can't see the damn things anyway, and as they're so small, they don't really. I think the hen eggs do tend to explode, but I'm not sure about the quail eggs, to be honest. Maybe just leave them in. It's only 15 days anyway, or 18 days, as against the hen, which is 22 plus 23. So we're on day 7 or 8 now, might even be 9, I don't know. In a couple of days we'll be going into lockdown, so that'll be exciting. I'll talk to you then. Bye bye. Good morning. It's lockdown day today. So as a result, I'm going to run you through the quick and simple process that lockdown is for the old quails. I'm going to increase the humidity up to a required 75% or thereabouts. Hasn't got to be exact, but it's got to be somewhere in that region. I've got to stop the rollers from spinning round, which is just disconnecting the cable. I've got to put a mat across the bottom, so if and when any quails do turn up, they don't fall through and injure themselves and or drown, because there's water underneath the quails in my box, or in their box to be more precise. What else have I got to do? Leave them alone. Don't touch them, don't molest them, just leave them alone for 4 days. So today, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this off camera, and then I'll show you the result when I've finished. So wish me luck. Okay guys, so this is it. So as you can see, it's steamed up a little bit. That's the old humidity reaching some dizzy height of 81%. It won't stay like that forever, trust me. Right, I'll tell you what I did. I lifted the lid, I disconnected the rollers from rolling, so that they're now going to stay stationary. I put a mat down, the holy mat, as I call it. It's like plastic with holes in it. Oh, first of all, I removed the eggs, put them in a bowl, and then put them back. Then I sprayed the eggs with water. That's supposed to soften the shell and create humidity. It certainly created humidity, so I'm happy with that. The temperature is supposed to be 37.5, it's now 37.7 on that one, that thermometer, and 37 on that one. Let me just check if it's in the right place. Yeah. I've just had the lid off, so there's probably a bit of fluctuation. The humidity's up to 82%. Should be around the 75s, so that's happy. I'll keep an eye on the humidity because I suspect that's going to go down once the water I sprayed on the eggs evaporates, and I'll just use the bottles at the side and put some hot water in those, and that will bring it up. So we're in lockdown. 4 days, 4 nerve-wracking, intrepid days where I come into the kitchen, as the wife calls it. I call it a hatching room. When I come down into here and I can hear the cheeping of little quails before they're hatched. You can hear them apparently, but as you know, my past experience with quails hasn't been very good on that score. So we sit and wait. I'll come back and have a look at the humidity regularly, maybe a couple of hours, or whenever I go in the kitchen basically to make myself a coffee. I'll just make sure everything's hunky-dory, and that's it. Hobby's finished for lockdown day. So it's getting exciting. 4 more days, hopefully tons of quails, but I've done everything I can. I've done everything right. Even if you're supposed to get 70-80% hatch rate, even if I get 10% hatch rate, I've got 1 egg or something like that. So because I know I've done it right. So the only thing that's going to cock this up is if the male quail was gay, and then what am I going to do? So we'll progress with this report in a few days. See you later. Lockdown +1, as they say. No action, no beaks, no noise, just stationary eggs. The temperature's right, humidity's right, nothing. 3 more days to go. Well. Look at this. I came running in. It's, what time is it? Midnight. And I'm just going off to bed. And I came in to make sure the doors were locked and everything. And Red was underneath the cage. And there is my baby quail coming out. Look at him. Oh, Isn't that a wonderful thing? I'm going to sit and watch this for a bit. I won't bore you with it. But tomorrow morning, oh, how many tomorrow morning? Will this still be alive is more the point. Good morning everybody. Well, today is a very important day today. You may hear in the background we have a visitor. We have a little visitor. There you go. There he is. Or there she is. She was clucking away all morning. I came downstairs for my cup of coffee, and that wet, straggled out bit of bird this morning has grown. Yes, Red, I'm sure you are interested. It has grown into a dried out little thing, looking around its environment, trying to walk. Its eyes are open. Yeah, it's quite exciting stuff. Quite exciting stuff. I did look around the eggs that are left, and there's nothing that I can see. Yes, Red. There's nothing that I can see that appears to be moving. There's no beaks appearing outside the shell or anything. So at the moment we've got this little fella. Now he's 2 days early according to my records. So it's today. Well, I suppose he was born at just gone midnight, so you could say he was a little bit early. But today and tomorrow are the last days. So we should see some more later on today, I think. Anyway, it's all exciting stuff. Ah, yes, Red, that is not your breakfast. You can have your pilchards. All right, everybody. Oh, I hope you're excited as I am. Well, there we are. That's 12 hours after hatching, and it's a recognisable bird. It's walking, it's got its fur, or its feathers, or whatever you call it. Eyes are open, alert to its environment. 12 hours, that's amazing, isn't it? I mean, when you think it was as big as that egg behind it 12 hours ago. So it's put on, what's it done? It's put on almost 100% of weight in size anyway. It's not eaten anything yet, and it's not drank anything. It's got another 2 days before he gets food and water. Now you see all these other ones. Today and tomorrow is hatching day, officially. Today and tomorrow. And I don't see anything. And I don't hear a cheep either. So that's the status so far. I'll keep you informed. Dan's Diary, over and out. Right, so you've seen as much as we've got so far. We are 2 days short of the final length, but I want to post this video now so you can see it. If I get any more quails turning up in the next 2 days, I'll record it and then I'll add it to the video I do when I put them all in the brooder box, because that's probably going to be the next video. John the Quail, because that's what I'm calling him, from what I can see, he's going to be on his own, because there's nothing happening in that incubator, nothing at all. Can't see anything else. Anyway, they got 2 days, so they've got 2 days to show the face. So I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. I'm very happy that we've got one quail out of it. I hope it's female. It could be female because it turned up early and it's not looking bad, is it, for 12 hours old? It's got all its fur and it's running around, it's cheeping, it's got its eyes open. I must admit, Red and Maisie, that's the other dog, have been paying it a bit of attention. So, but I'll be honest with you, they've left it alone. So what I'll probably do is put the brooder box upstairs in the spare bedroom rather than keep it in the kitchen, just to keep, because it's open top, isn't it? And we don't want any little creatures to dive in there, particularly ones with claws. So I'll probably move it upstairs. Anyway, enough waffling. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you on the next vid. Bye bye.